think you know that most Democrats have very little use for this president. Here's Massachusetts Congressman Joe Kennedy with his party's response tonight.
This administration isn't just targeting the laws that protect us. They're targeting the very idea that we are all worthy of protection. For them, dignity isn't something you're born with, but something you measure by your net worth, your celebrity, your headlines, your crowd size.
So, is there anything that can bridge this divide right now? Or are Democrats going to just try and use it to their political advantage? Democratic Congressman Brad Sherman is joining us from California right now. And I probably shouldn't ask what you thought of the president's speech. Why don't I just ask what you thought of Congressman Kennedy's?
I only heard a few words of what Congressman Kennedy had to say. Our connection isn't quite that good. But I heard the president give a very long speech, which was very short on policy proposals and almost totally devoid of a policy proposal that Democrats could support.
He did offer up an immigration proposal. Is that not one that you guys would support? Because it's an opportunity for as many as 1.8 million people that are here illegally to have citizenship.
Well, the original deal was we take care of the dreamers, the kids who came here through no fault of their own, and there would be border security. And then Trump said, no, I want more than that. I want a wall, an ugly, symbolic, ineffectual wall. And we said, okay, we'll give you that too. And then he was afraid that he'd get a deal. So he larded it up and said, I don't just want border security and a wall. I want to end family reunification. I want to end the diversity visas. I want to dramatically reduce legal immigration. I want to refer to legal immigrants as basically gang members. And just in case that isn't enough to kill a deal, I'm going to turn to the countries that a lot of people come from and call them S-hole countries. If you were trying to destroy a deal, that's what you would do.
But, you know, in terms of chain migration, he's saying, okay, immediate family, children, a spouse. But how is it right that the whole darn family comes in? I mean, after all, if you're trying to figure out who is best for our country, who should be here, Congressman, because we need them here, I don't know why you just say, okay, you're here so everybody else can come too.
Well, it's certainly not everybody else can come here. There are very strict limits on being able to bring in anyone other than your nuclear family. And in fact, even bringing in your nuclear family is made difficult. And I've had a lot of people come to me for constituent help because they were separated from their spouse and their family for years on end. But if the president came to us and said, look, I want to change the mixture of legal immigrants. I want to see more on the economic side, less on the family. That'd be one thing. But instead, he's talking about just slashing the number of people that come to the United States legally without any particular justification, except he wants more people from Norway. And the Norwegians have assured me that they don't want to come.
No, that's kind of an unfair reference to that. He was.
I'm just quoting the president. I guess that's unfair.
He had the Prime Minister from Norway there that day, and he was sort of making the point, hey, you know, why don't we have more people from Norway because they're highly educated and they would be assets to our country because of their educational status, and it has nothing to do, I want to reiterate that, with the color of their skin. And that's a reference that all of you guys went to immediately. I mean, I'll tell you, Congressman, I've reported from all over the world, in some bad places, which, you know, I'll tell you, they were, I don't use that word, but I've reported from some real hellholes.
He said, we do not want those people from those countries. You could have a medical doctor from Haiti, and he was referring to him as somebody we don't want in the United States.
Because I don't think you guys necessarily wanted a deal, right? I mean, are you okay with President Trump being the one to legitimize these dreamers?
I saw Luis Gutierrez stand there and say that he'd agree to a wall if we could take care of the dreamers. and you're saying we don't want a deal. Do you know how hard that is for us? And then Trump makes it harder with his comments, and we're still there.
You know, 1.8 million people that could have citizenship. If you guys say, all right, we'll go along with $25 billion for a wall, which, by the way, years ago had been voted for. You will do that?
Yeah, look, the $25 billion is probably excessive, but sure. If the deal is a wall for the Dreamers, that was the original deal, and it was a hard one for us, and a lot of us had some objections to it, but yeah, that's the deal that could be made by Democrats. But then he talks about slashing maybe 400,000 or 500,000 people a year from legal immigration in order to blow the deal up.
Because he wants a
the deal that you and I
system.
are about to cut is the one we want to have.
That's not entirely the deal, though. No, don't put too many words in my mouth, because it's not just the wall. Right? You got to think strategically about who should be in this country. Do we need engineers? Do we need nurses? Do we need factory workers? Whatever it is that we need to be seeking, Congressman. So he's saying, let's have a method to our madness here. Let's be strategic with who we let in. And you guys don't want that.
No. If it's going to be comprehensive immigration reform, then it's got to deal with all 11 million people who have spent the past decades becoming part of our society. It's got to include E-Verify, which the president isn't even talking about. There's a lot that goes into comprehensive. But if you just want a deal on the Dreamers, it's Dreamers for border security. That was the deal, and larding it up with other things and adding insults just blows the deal.
All right, I got to leave it there. Congressman, it's good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you.
All right.